Good morning. What are we getting into today? I do know it's dark out. Turn my high beams on. Yes, I know they're on a separate switch, but that is how it's gonna have to go for a while. With my external lights is I use my front bumper lights down there, as you guys can probably, well, we'll get out and I'll show you. We'll just have to start using these as kind of like high and low beams, them guys right there, because there is no way I'm paying 500 bucks for yeah, the optional LED light, or the high-low kit from John Deere. I'm a little bit disgruntled this morning about this mower, okay? About this mower. Now, the product is good. The machine, I like, okay? I've run this thing for 2 years now. I like how there's no corners for stuff to get hurt, bumped on. Yes, I know there's leaves on it now, rather than bees wings, but that can just be blowed off and we'll call it good. I mean, it's typical wear of a mower. Like around here, there's just, you know, typical surface, deformities, you know, little scrapes and scratches where you're gonna just, guys are gonna be using these things, trying to use them as brush cutters and stuff like that, and we will be sharpening the blades. But I want to bring your attention to the back end of this thing, okay? The back end of this mower. Now, from this point of view, it looks pretty darn good, okay? There's nothing wrong with the back here. There's no hoses laying on top of the deck to get to trip over when you're washing it, or to get in the way when you're blowing it off. But I understand sometimes you gotta let hoses above the deck, like for the wing cylinders and your up and down cylinder and stuff like that, okay? I get it. The other mower, it did not have these channels on it. The other mower, the hoses kind of just laid all over top of everything and made a mess, and it just made it that much more of a pain in the butt to clean the deck off. I can't remember if there were any hoses running on the wings or not on the old mower. You'll have to go back in my videos, probably 3 years ago or so. But I want to bring your attention to right here, okay? This is a problem, okay? Brand new mower, less than 3-year-old, okay? Less than 3-year-old mower, and it is already starting to rust. What is that bolt there just sitting there by itself for? I just noticed that. Huh, that's interesting. But this thing has never seen hot water. You don't need hot water on a electric pressure washer to wash the mower. You don't need to. I've never touched this thing with hot water, always cold water. And just look what it's doing. Look what it's doing to the paint. That is not dirt, my friend. That is rust. That is rust, okay? And you can see right here. Big area, okay? Now, I know why it's rusting. I know why. Because it's cheap metal. It's cheap metal that is built good, if that makes sense, okay? It's cheap metal that's built good because big CEOs, all they care about is the money that comes in from these third world countries because they can ship their ideas overseas and say, hey, build this for me. Okay, we'll build it for you, but at a lot cheaper rate. Okay, that's fine. All I care about is the money. The craftsmanship of stuff I've noticed has gone downhill. And like I said, I have not touched this thing with hot water. You don't need to with a mower. You don't need to. Now, I understand with a hay rake, you're gonna get stuff that builds up on it. You're gonna need the hot water. Or a disc bind, you're gonna get a little bit of rust, but that's from the hot water. You might have accidentally gotten a little bit too close. But this is unacceptable. Okay, I have not touched this with hot water. Yeah, look at that. I've not touched this thing with hot water, okay? I've not, there's no way. Look at that. Look at, even right here, even right there, okay? It's starting to rust, okay? And it's sickening. Oh, where did that rusty bolt come from? Oh. But yeah, we can't make things at home anymore. We can't, okay? And as I point out, this side is not as bad. This side, so something's going on here. Something's going on here. This side is not as bad as this side. I don't know if this thing has cancer already, but I know it's gonna spread. I know that probably next year will be the 3rd year that we've owned this mower, I think. So 5 years from now. 5 years from now, this will look like that. I know it will, because rust spreads if not treated, okay? And it's aggravating. I can feel all the blisters and everything just starting. It's, you know, we try to keep our stuff put away. This is sickening. There's just like little blisters starting on this side, okay? There's something going on here, because why would one side be worse than the other? I don't get that. Yeah, I do get that it's cheap manufacturing, but come on, there's got to be a way to prevent the rust. I try to wash this thing as minimal as possible, because I feel that the water is making it spread. Somehow, some way, every time we wash it, that occurs. That's why you don't see any rust up here on the deck. Well, except for them them few places right there, okay, and that right there on top of the deck. You don't see hardly any signs of rust starting on top of the deck. It's all on the back end, okay? Now, it doesn't make any sense. You would think, you know, if anything, that this would start rusting out. But why is that? I don't get it. I do not get it. The rims aren't starting to rust. The underneath's not starting to rust. It just... I'm just appalled that a 3-year-old mower is starting to go away. Why? I mean, yeah, I understand the little scrapes and things you're gonna get on occasions, but it's unacceptable. It really is. take this 3010 for example. It's 1963 3010, okay? It has been restored. It has been repurposed, or not repurposed, refurbished. It has been taken care of, okay? Yeah, there's a little couple blemishes or a couple little spots here that it's rusting out again. One being the battery box. Right there, the paint's starting to flake. And on top of the fenders. Okay, right here, it's starting to rust again. Okay, so that's typical. That's, you know, typical, but there's no rust on the hood. Okay, there's no rust on the hood. I forgot my light this morning, or else I would show you guys better. But this tractor, yeah, there's a little bit of rust right here. But, you know, it's not like we use this thing in the salt. And for 63 years old, that's pretty dang good. I mean, compared to what, 3 years old and the thing is already starting to look like kaput. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing, the craftsmanship. 1963 to what? This thing was purchased 2021? Yeah, 2021 we bought it, I think, if I remember right. 2021 or 2022, I can't remember. No, I know we've had this thing for 2 years. Okay, maybe it's going on its 3rd year, I don't know. But things were built better back then than they are today. It's sickening. It really is. I mean, here's a perfect example. This baler, this round baler, okay? This thing is I want to say early 2000s. Early 2000s, okay? There isn't a spot of rust on it, okay? Nowhere. Are you gonna find rust on this baler? Now, I might be a little over-exaggerating, but there is no rust. We might wax it, you know, to help preserve it. But I mean, there is no rust on this baler that I've found. And like I said, this baler is pre-2000s. Not a spot of rust, okay? This John Deere tractor, 1994. 1994, so it's 29-year-old tractor. Okay, same thing, no rust. No rust. No surface rust, okay? These fenders should have been rotted out by now, but they haven't, okay? As most 72, 7410s, they should have been rotted out, but they're not. It just goes to show the craftsmanship of your equipment, okay? Why is that Woods mower rusting out already? Poor manufacturing. We're manufacturing stuff overseas because it's all about money. It's not about making stuff to last anymore, but it's all about money.